On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Wary.
Cautious or distrustful, especially because of a previous bad experience.
Examples:
A wary statesman. Wary of marriage. She was wary of meeting new people because of past experiences.
Foe.
Not genuine, fake, or artificial, made to resemble something that it is not.
Examples:
Faux painting. Faux fur. She was embarrassed to realize her designer handbag was a faux leather knockoff.
Transgender.
Relating to or denoting a person whose gender identity does not correspond to that person's biological sex assigned at birth.
Examples:
Transgender person. Transgender rights. Many transgender individuals face discrimination and marginalization in society.
Pronoun.
A word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence, such as he, she, they, or it.
Examples:
Pronoun usage. Possessive pronoun. In English, personal pronouns such as he, she, and they can replace a person's name to avoid repetition.
Disrespect.
An expression of lack of regard or contempt for someone or something.
Examples:
Mean no disrespect. Disrespect for a customer. His disrespectful behavior towards his elders earned him a stern warning from his parents.
Ditto.
Used to indicate that the same thing mentioned previously is true again. In the same way, noun, a symbol that means the same as above or repeat, often used in lists or tables to indicate that a previous item or value should be repeated.
Examples:
Said ditto. Ditto on that. I loved the first book in the series, so I'm hoping the second one will be just as good. Ditto for the third.
Parlance.
The way in which a particular group or community uses language, the specific terms, expressions, and jargon used by people in a particular field, profession, or social group.
Examples:
Legal parlance. Common parlance. In medical parlance, a heart attack is a myocardial infarction.
Commonwealth.
A community of nations or people or a state in which the people hold the supreme power.
Examples:
The Commonwealth of Learning. Commonwealth Authority. The Commonwealth of Nations is an association of 54 countries, mostly former territories of the British Empire.
Equate.
To consider or describe one thing as similar, equal, or analogous.
Examples:
Equate mistakes with failure. Equate to legal responsibility. It isn't very reasonable to equate money with happiness.
Decorum.
Behavior that is in keeping with good taste and propriety, polite or appropriate conduct or behavior.
Examples:
Decorum rules. Decorum violation. The wedding reception had an air of decorum and elegance.
Conflate.
To blend or fuse two or more things, often with the result of creating confusion or a loss of distinction between them, to mistakenly treat two separate entities as one.
Examples:
Conflate ideas. Conflate data. It's important not to conflate two issues when analyzing a complex situation.
Forcibly.
Done by physical power or violence, against someone's will.
Examples:
Forcibly remove. Forcibly taken into a car. The police officer forcibly removed the protesters from the public park.
Rattle.
To make or cause to make short, successive, sharp, and loud sounds.
Examples:
Rattle along a road. Rattle and bang at the door. The vast earthquake caused the house to rattle.
Trump.
A playing card with a picture of a trumpeter on it, used in certain card games.
Examples:
Trump card. Choose trump. The trump suit in the game of bridge is determined at the beginning of each hand.
Pathological.
Relating to or caused by a physical or mental disease or disorder, extreme or abnormal in a way that is harmful or unhealthy.
Examples:
Pathological liar. Pathological condition. The doctor was concerned that the patient's pathological fear of germs impacted their daily life.
Demonize.
To portray or represent someone or something as evil or wicked, often to create fear or hostility towards them.
Examples:
Demonize opponent. Demonize sugar. Some politicians try to demonize certain groups of people to gain political advantage.
Censure.
Strong criticism or disapproval, an official expression of disapproval or rebuke. Verb: to criticize or express disapproval of someone or something in a formal or official way.
Examples:
Censure him for his failure. Censure resolution. The athlete received a censure from her coaches for violating team rules.
Harass.
To annoy, torment, or pester persistently, to subject someone to repeated or chronic attacks or unwelcome attention.
Examples:
Harass the enemy. Harass with constant criticism. She was constantly harassed by her ex-boyfriend and had to get a restraining order.
Incivility.
A lack of civility, courtesy, or politeness, rude or disrespectful behavior toward others.
Examples:
incivility in politics, online incivility. The incivility between the two politicians during the debate was disappointing.
Suffrage.
The right to vote in political elections, the exercise of voting rights, or the process of obtaining them.
Examples:
suffrage movement, female suffrage. The suffrage march was a peaceful protest demanding voting rights for women.
Picket.
A pointed wooden or metal stake driven into the ground used as a support or for marking an area or boundary, a group of people, typically strikers or protesters, stationed or moving around in front of a workplace, government building, or other location, to demonstrate opposition or to pick up supporters.
Examples:
picket sign, cross the picket line. The farmer built a picket fence around his garden to keep the animals out.
Chastise.
To criticize or reprimand severely, to discipline or punish for wrongdoing or mistake.
Examples:
chastise behavior, chastise a child. The coach chastised the players for not giving their best effort during the game.
Revere.
To feel deep and profound respect or admiration for someone or something, to hold in high esteem.
Examples:
revere a hero, revere a deity. Many people revere their religious leaders and look up to them for guidance.
Nonviolence.
The use of peaceful means, such as civil disobedience or passive resistance, rather than violence to achieve a goal, especially in the context of political or social change.
Examples:
nonviolence movement, nonviolence protest. Martin Luther King Jr. was a champion of nonviolence in the fight for civil rights.
Disobedience.
The act of disobeying or failing to follow orders or rules, the state of being disobedient.
Examples:
disobedience to authority, disobedience to. The disobedience of the soldiers resulted in a court-martial.
Uncivil.
Rude or impolite, lacking in courtesy or consideration for others, violating commonly accepted social norms or expectations.
Examples:
uncivil political climate, uncivil remark. Her uncivil behavior at the meeting caused much tension among the group.
Civility.
Polite and courteous behavior towards other people, a formalized display of politeness, often in the form of ritualized etiquette.
Examples:
civility in politics, practice civility. A culture of civility promotes respectful discourse and constructive conflict resolution.
Appease.
To pacify or soothe someone, usually by agreeing to their demands or requests, to calm someone's anger or anxiety.
Examples:
Appease hunger. Appease her fears. The manager tried to appease the angry customer by offering them a refund.
Demean.
To lower or damage someone's dignity, honor, or reputation, to treat someone disrespectfully, often in a way that makes them feel inferior or humiliated.
Examples:
Demean the value. Demean the reputation. You shouldn't demean yourself by taking on tasks beneath your skill level.
Intolerant.
The inability or refusal to accept or respect views, beliefs, or behavior that differ from someone's own, unable to eat food without adverse effects.
Examples:
An intolerant person. Intolerant of criticism. His intolerant attitude towards other cultures made it difficult for him to get along with others.
Snowflake.
A small, thin, delicate piece of snow, a person, especially a young person, who is perceived as overly sensitive, easily offended, or with an inflated sense of entitlement.
Examples:
Delicate snowflake. Snowflake pattern. The Christmas tree was beautifully decorated with delicate snowflake ornaments.
Accuse.
To charge or criticize someone with a crime or wrongdoing.
Examples:
Accuse his rudeness. Accuse each other. The witness accused the defendant of committing the robbery.
Redact.
To remove words or information from a document for publication. Noun, a person who puts text into appropriate form for publication.
Examples:
Redact information. Redact content. This system redacts personal information when the data is made public.
Darn.
To mend a piece of clothing by sewing over a hole or tear with small, tight stitches.
Examples:
Darn stockings. Darn hole. I have to darn these socks before they become unwearable.
Vulgar.
Not having sophistication or good taste, making explicit and offensive references to sex or bodily functions.
Examples:
Vulgar language. Vulgar content. She was offended by his vulgar gesture.
Grudge.
A feeling of resentment or ill will towards someone, often stemming from a past event or perceived wrongdoing.
Examples:
Deep-seated grudge. Bitter grudge. I still hold a grudge against my former boss for treating me unfairly.
Stalk.
To follow or track someone or something closely and quietly, usually to cause harm or surveillance. To move slowly and quietly to avoid detection. Noun, the main stem of a plant that supports leaves, flowers, and fruit, the stem or main axis of a support structure or framework.
Examples:
Stalk of celery. Stalk from the room. The hunter quietly stalked the deer for hours before taking the shot.
Fluffy.
Soft and light, often with a texture that resembles feathers or fur.
Examples:
Fluffy clouds. Fluffy blanket. The kitten had fluffy fur that was soft to the touch.
Leash.
A long, flexible cord or chain used to restrain or control a dog, or other animals, a figurative tool used to control or limit someone's behavior or actions.
Examples:
Dog leash. Walk on a leash. Make sure to put the leash on your dog before walking.
Slug.
A common name for any terrestrial gastropod mollusk that appears to lack a shell with soft and black or brown color, a bullet, a shot of alcoholic drink.
Examples:
Lazy slug. Reduce slug damage. I spotted a large slug in the rainy garden.
Forestall.
To prevent or obstruct something from happening, to anticipate and take action to prevent or prepare for something.
Examples:
Forestall disaster. Forestall a negative outcome. She wanted to forestall any potential issues by planning and taking proactive measures.
Escalate.
To increase in intensity, size, or severity, to make something greater, worse, or more serious.
Examples:
Escalate into a major international incident. To escalate. The situation quickly escalated and turned violent.
Homophobia.
A strong fear, aversion, or hostility towards people who are homosexual or towards homosexuality itself. Discrimination or prejudice against lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning LGBTQ individuals based on their sexual orientation or gender identity.
Examples:
Homophobia awareness. Homophobia in sports. The politician's remarks about same-sex marriage revealed his deep-seated homophobia.
Xenophobia.
Extreme fear or hatred of people from other countries.
Examples:
Suffer from xenophobia. Linguistic xenophobia. The xenophobia in society makes it hard for immigrants to assimilate and integrate.
Incendiary.
Intended to cause fires, arson, or combustible materials, capable of causing a fire.
Examples:
Incendiary bombs. Incendiary speech. The arsonist used an incendiary device to start the fire.
Noteworthy.
Deserving of attention, interest, or acclaim, significant or remarkable.
Examples:
noteworthy achievement, noteworthy event. The artist's latest work received noteworthy critical acclaim.
Bully.
A person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. Verb, to intimidate, harass, or mistreat someone weaker or less powerful.
Examples:
bully bystander, bully the weak. The schoolyard bully terrorized the other children and made their lives miserable.
Breakup.
The end of a relationship between persons or nations. The separation of something into several pieces or sections.
Examples:
a breakup hug, air breakup. He got over the big breakup with his wife.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm, or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
cast frightening eyes, frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Parochial.
Related to or characteristic of a small or narrow-minded community, often referring to a geographic location or mindset, having limited or narrow knowledge or experience of the world outside one's immediate surroundings.
Examples:
parochial views, parochial community. The parochial attitude of the small town made it difficult for outsiders to feel welcome.
Lizard.
A reptile that has a relatively long body, 2 pairs of legs, and a tapering tail.
Examples:
giant lizard, lizard leather. The lizard's tail regenerates if severed.
Abbey.
A monastery or convent, especially for monks or nuns.
Examples:
ruined abbey, abbey church. The Venerable Abbey was founded in the 12th century.
Patina.
A thin layer that forms on the surface of an object as a result of natural aging or exposure to environmental factors, often valued for its aesthetic or historical significance.
Examples:
green patina, coat with a patina. The antique dealer valued the piece higher due to its rich patina and aged appearance.
Dowager.
A widow who holds a title or property that was inherited from her deceased husband, an older woman of high social rank.
Examples:
Empress Dowager, Dowager Duchess. She carried the title of Dowager Baroness with pride, honoring her late husband's legacy.
Countess.
The wife or widow of a count or a woman of noble rank that holds the title of countess in her own right.
Examples:
young countess, Countess of Lonsdale. The countess's impeccable manners and elegant dress made her the talk of the ball.
Blacksmith.
A smith who forges and shapes iron with a hammer and anvil.
Examples:
Blacksmith welding. Blacksmith's shop. The blacksmith shaped a horseshoe on his anvil.
Defeatist.
A person who expects not to succeed without offering positive suggestions.
Examples:
Defeatist attitude. Defeatist mood. Our team has to overcome a defeatist mentality.
Bakery.
A place where bread and other baked goods are made and sold.
Examples:
Run a bakery. Bakery industry. He worked at the bakery as a baker.
Croissant.
A crescent-shaped pastry made of laminated dough and often filled with cheese, chocolate, or other ingredients, a popular breakfast pastry in France and other countries.
Examples:
Butter croissant. Delicious croissant. I had a cup of coffee and a croissant for breakfast this morning.
Puzzled.
Confused or uncertain because you do not understand something.
Examples:
Puzzled expression. Puzzled by the question. She was puzzled by the strange behavior of her cat.
Pastry.
A baked food made of flour, fat, water, and sometimes eggs, sugar, and other ingredients, used as a base or casing for sweet or savory dishes.
Examples:
Pastry chef. Fruit pastry. The chef's specialty is a savory pastry with spinach and feta cheese.
Appall.
To shock or disgust, to fill with dismay.
Examples:
Appall the tourists. Appall me. The news of the massacre appalled the entire nation.
Forego.
To give up or abstain from something. To do without something that one might be entitled to.
Examples:
Forgo dessert. Forgo the luxury. We had to forego our outdoor picnic because of the sudden rain.